All right. Welcome.
Yo.
I've got a special guest today. His name, he shall introduce himself, and he's a very, very, very powerful entrepreneur.
Dang.
And he's
a lot of confidence in me.
Yeah, definitely. I have to. And he's made headwaves in the business industry, and I'm really proud of him and grateful to have him on the podcast.
Thank you.
And as it's sponsored by Devil's Breweries and Hyphenate. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, man.
Wow, you got it all, man.
All right. So please introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, my name is Danny Lopez.
Yes.
And I'm from the U.S.
Nice.
I came to China in 2013.
Whoa.
So I've been here for quite some time now, yeah.
Nice. And how are you liking China, man?
I like it. There's a lot to like. There's a lot to dislike.
Okay.
Ultimately,
yeah.
What I always end up telling people is like, well, China's paying me.
Yeah, really happy that you're here today with us. Saska's obviously not online, but then he will join us soon. I'm really grateful that you're here. So I have a bunch of questions that I curated for you here.
Sure.
I hope you're ready for them. Okay.
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, so let's start with the company name, for example. Okay, Devil's Breweries. Someone hears Devil's Breweries, the first thing is Hellboy or something.
Sure. No, yeah.
What is the inspiration behind that?
It's a little touchy, but I'll get into it as best as possible.
Okay.
The name started a long time ago, back in 2016 when we first started.
2016, that's when you guys started?
We opened the bar in 2016, yeah.
Crazy,
and
crazy.
It was me, my buddy, particularly Taylor, who wanted to kind of get the bar going. We had this funny idea that we wanted to be called the Bearded Devils, which is, in historically speaking, in China, when the foreigners first came, they had these big beards, and there was a derogatory term for them called Bearded Devils. Okay. So we thought that was kind of funny. And of course, when we applied for the name, to use that as our name, immediately they said no. Yeah, they were like, "No, you can't do that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Probably scared though.
Well, because we thought it was, funny. There was some irony in it. But then immediately we were turned down, so we got rid of the
sure you felt
the bearded part, and then we just said, "We'll just call it Devils," and they were like, "No." So we started okay, we've been designing devils, based off this character that we had, because the little character, this little guy was actually drawn by Taylor, the other American owner, his sister. Oh, because when we first told our families about the idea, they were very excited, and she was an artist, so she's like, "I'll create your little character." So we had this character, we had it all set up, and we had this kind of plan to do this, and then we got denied twice. So we ended up going with the name because it's all registered in Chinese. So we registered the name under Xiaomo, which is like little imp. An imp. Yeah. But the thing is, when it comes to an English name, you can name it whatever the hell you want. It's not like no one's really like, what's that English name?
That's smart.
So we just said, right, we're going to call the little imp, but then we have this little devil character, and then the English name is Devils, but it's not like, the registered name, which is Xiaomo. Oh, yeah. But it's kind of like a name that we liked. We've always wanted
genius, though.
Yeah, thank you. That was all them.
Well, thank you for translations.
But it was kind of funny how that worked out. But we really fell in love with the character, with that little character. Well, the first thing that we wanted to do was sell beer, and the idea was very simple. I remember every month back in, and this was at least 2015.
Yeah.
I would host a poker game in my apartment. Oh, nice. And Taylor would come, May would come at times, and collection of foreigners just playing poker once a month. And Taylor at the time was brewing at his house. He had a nano kit, like a nano brewing set, and he would make about 12 bottles of beer. Nice. And he would bring it to the poker game. We would all pay just for materials. I think we were paying like 10 kwai. 10, 15
which at the time was probably something.
Just so we can each have a bottle. It was a nice bottle, like 500 ml. Or it could have been a liter ahead, a person. And we would just drink and just play poker. Wow. And the idea came to us when we said, what would happen if we got $1 back on every beer that we drank. If we got like 1 kwai back on every beer that we drank, we would drink so much beer at the time. And back then, even before we were drinking during the poker game, we would go out and have some like shao kao, some barbecue, and we would all order a case of beers. You know, the Chinese beers, the Snow, Tsingtao, the Harbin, they're very low alcohol content, it's like 2%. And in order for us to get drunk, in order for us to have we would each buy a box, a set of 12. So I would have a chair, my beer would have a chair, then the next person had his chair, then his beer had a chair, and we each had cases, you know, and a Tsingtao was like 2 kwai, 3 kwai, so we're only paying like 30, 35 RMB per case, you know. But we were drinking 12 beers to get a little bit of a buzz, and we were all getting super bloated. So we were like, what if we started making our own beer, but also got one kwai, $1 back on that? You know, we drank so much, so we were like, yeah, that sounds. There's going to be a profit somewhere, you know. So that's kind of how the idea kind of came to be. We're like, why not get something back on what we would continuously spend money on?
Damn, what a story. So, well, long story short, you got your money back.
Almost. We're still working on it. You know, it's a long-term investment.